Hello, I'm Alexander from Trading Price Action on Futures.com, and this is the weekly recap for the first trading week of the year. Beginning with a small trading week for this week. Only 2 whole trading days, and yesterday only 1 trading hour because of the news event. So let's take those charts up and let's see what we did here. The week before the new year, nobody was trading. I closed the room. I know that 2 weeks before before New Year, between Christmas and New Year, there will be no price action and you will lose money. So don't attempt to trade in the end of the year. Let's take a look here at what we did on Tuesday. We had a very slow start of the day. There was a big uptrend in place during the London session. We eventually pulled back, established our first support area on the chart at 84, 54.84. We eventually broke the area. I think right at the open. We broke the area down right at the open, breaking resistance back up again, and eventually trading in this area for almost 2 hours. We had to wait almost 3 hours to get the first setup of the day. And I was a little bit worried after seeing such a slow price action that we could stall on price action, and I eventually ended up only taking 1 trade. It was a short setup. If we look at the setup, a perfect setup. Let's zoom in here. We had established a new support area on the higher time frame. Support area was sitting at 82. We broke support. Setup candle, pulling back, testing resistance. Perfect picture. And that is how a trade setup has to look like. Entry. Taking 2 contracts off at 16 ticks, and eventually the last contract, taking the last contract off at 60 ticks, and bringing the daily outcome for today at plus 92 ticks, plus 920 bucks. Again, I ended up only taking 1 trade on that day, with some worries about the price action that we got right before the trade setup. Eventually, if you look at the trading day, a big downtrend in place, exceeding the daily range here by almost 100 ticks. This was the max daily range, or the average daily range that was reached after our trade, and it went down by almost another 100 ticks. So a big downtrend was in place. I ended up passing two trade setups right at this setup candle here. One small losing trade, and the other trade would have got us another 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 $20. 920 I think one member in the room took the setup, so outperforming me. So for the first trading day of the year, plus 92 ticks, plus 920 bucks. Let's take a look at Wednesday. We normally have the news event on Wednesday, but no news. News event was on the calendar for the next trading day. Let's take a look here at Wednesday, a tough trading day. We took a total of 6 trades that day, beginning the day with a winning trade. We broke a resistance area. It was a minor resistance area, by the way, sitting at 52.71, going down and bringing the momentum down on the higher time frame too, giving us 2 lower highs on the chart. Eventually trying to break the major support area that was in place at 61. It was a momentum trade, an entry right before the break of the support area. I got 2 contracts off at 16 ticks, and the other, I think, 11 ticks in profit, giving us a total profit for the trade of 42 ticks. After that, we got into the open, and we got a tough price action here with no movement. We took several losing trades in a row here, with price not going where it's supposed to be going. The first losing short trade, I think losing 8 ticks, losing 8 ticks per contract on this setup, a small losing trade. Then again, breaking support, pulling back, testing resistance. This is how a perfect setup looks like. So we had everything in place, and we had to take 2 entries, 2 short setups. Again, one small losing of 8 ticks per contract, and another entry losing 12 ticks. Eventually giving some money back from the prior trading day. We eventually ended up breaking the resistance area. Again, perfect picture on the higher time frame, breaking resistance. So we had to look for a long setup, a long entry, pulling back, testing support, testing the prior resistance area that turned into support, giving us the first entry, a first long setup from 52.72, and losing 12 ticks on the setup, pulling back, hitting our stop loss, and eventually we had to take a re-entry right at the break of the resistance area that was in place at 74, giving us basically the trade of the day. Taking two contracts off at 16 ticks, and the other contract at 32 ticks, giving us a total profit of 64 ticks for the setup, and ending the day with a small loss of 60 ticks. Again, a tough trading day right after the open, with price not moving. and when something is not moving, you will lose money. But in the end, still, I think a good outcome, despite that we lost some money here. We didn't break the bank here. Thursday, we had the news event in place, so nothing we could do here with the price action before the news event. Always wait for the news event. Normally there is no price action right before the news event, and you will lose money. We had the news event, and immediately price went down. There was a big difference between the forecast and the actual outcome. So price went down, breaking a support level at 52, eventually pulling back. I passed a momentum trade on the trading chart at this setup candle. I always wait for an established support area, support or resistance area. In this case, we have two levels in place, one at 50 and the other at 53.60. So I tend to, at the news event, I tend to wait for the break of an established area, and eventually try to take the pullback and enter the trade. Unfortunately, yesterday we got the move here, we got the trade set up, and I ended up losing 6 ticks per contract on this setup. I didn't lose 14 ticks. I think I lost 18. So this is better. So I lost. We only took one trade, eventually losing 6 ticks per contract, and after that price action was over. I think that the setup here at this setup candle was right after the US lunch break, and I tend to stop trading right at the US lunch break. Big question is, if you get some price action after the US lunch break, best trading hours to trade is right from the US open into the US lunch break. So I tend to hold on to that time frame. Weekly outcome, I don't have that on the chart. Let's copy that. Weekly outcome was positive 60 ticks, so ending the week up by $600. Again, basically only two trading days in this week. Let's take a look here at the account performance. Again, net profit $600. A tough trading week with a low win-loss ratio of almost 40%. Again, tough trading week, but still in the positive. So let's see let's see what we will do next week. I think if we look at the 2 or 3 trading days, maybe that we will see a better daily range in 2017. 2016 was a tough trading year. We made almost 21k trading the crude, but the price action, it was tough. Some trading months you could see a good trend in place, but on other trading months, this was what you got on the chart, and when that happens, you normally will lose money. And the prior trading years, oil tend to move about 200 ticks per day, and last year the average move of the crude was about 130 ticks. So we had a tough trading day, a tough trading year. Sorry. So let's see if this 2017 can change something here. Okay, guys, this was the weekly recap. Don't forget to go to my website. You can click on the right top end of the screen and just click and go to the website and subscribe to my email list, so you will have the videos, daily trades, weekly recaps right in your email box, and you don't miss anything here. Okay, guys, take care and see you back on Monday.